Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Dr. Bilal Saeed Khan, Associate Professor, Department of Entomology, University of Agriculture, Faisalabad. I would like to thank the authorities of ICAZ 2021 for holding such a nice seminar, workshop, or conference regarding applied entomology. Today, I am going to present my topic about the predatory mites of genus Storchia stigmata prostigmata from Pakistan. Basically, this paper is about the systematics of mite acari from Pakistan. Due to large number of chemical applications and indiscriminate use, there is a need to identify and describe new species of predatory mites which can be helpful in our agriculture ecosystem. Before going to detail about the description of mites about this genus, there are some important points that we have to feed 225 million population of Pakistan 3 times a day, and our population growth going to be 2.03% according to a survey of 2021. Our major crops are cotton, wheat, rice, sugarcane, and maize, and share of employment in agriculture according to the new reports of Pakistan Economic Survey of Pakistan, it's almost 40 to 41%. As far as the introduction of this presentation, mites of the family Stigmidae have widely focused and important in our agro ecosystem due to their predation against so many insects, sucking insects and Lepidopterus pests. The mite of this family are main predators and have a wide diversity of almost 577 species, and these species are assembled into 34 genera according to FAN 2016. This is the important topic about the genus Storchia that is previously known as Apostigmatus grandgene in 1994, but later on, due to the examination of Burley's slide, it was unanimously decided that this Apostigmatus is basically the genus Storchia ordimans, which was first described in 1923. Apostigmatus grandgene was created in 1944 on the basis of a species Navicilla 1944. This concept followed by different scientists from 1955 to 1988. Later, Wood 1964 and 1981 synonymized Apostigmatus grandgene 1944 with Storchia ordimans. This synonymization with Storchia by Wood 1973 was done after the examination of mites of Burley's collection. Currently, this change has been followed by the most of the ecologists who are working on mite systematics and taxonomy, and they are absolutely agreed that this Apostigmatus is now considered as Storchia genus. In next presentations are literature for the mite systematics. The Storchia is one of the smallest genus among stigmids. No doubt that stigmid mites are also a very big mite family, but the genus Storchia is not so big like other genus like Agistimus and Pseudostigmius. Similarly, Meyer and Wright 1955 recorded that Storchia genus, different species of Storchia from South Africa. Summers 1964 called mites of this genus are very rare because he was succeeded to collect single species of Storchia over a period of 12 years from California. Similarly, from Pakistan, Chaudhary is an important name who was a pioneer of ecology in Pakistan and described 3 Storchia species from Pakistan. Fan and Chen 1957 described this genus from China, and similarly other scientists contributed for the description of these mites. The objective of this paper and study was to find out the arachnid biodiversity, new records, and new species of stigmatids from Pakistan. During this survey, this species of Storchia was found and described in this paper, in which the holotype specimen was collected was millet plantation Panicetum americanum. 19 paratypes were collected and 12 specimen as a paratype also collected from the cotton crop Jan. Holotype specimen are those which are actually described by the author in their systematics and description and drawing, while paratypes are the same specimen other than holotypes. They are also collected from other localities. As far as the methodology is concerned, permanent slides were prepared by the using Hoyer's medium under stereo microscope. The specimen were examined and identified under the phase contrast microscope with the help of literature and keys. The terminology and cetal nomenclature was followed by Grant in 1944 with modification made by Summers and Gonzalez laterally, and in 1990, Catley also contributed in the revision of the nomenclature which was being used for the cetal nomenclature of this family. The name of this new species was given by according to the host plant genus name, that is the millet plant Panicetum. All specimens were deposited in the Ecology Research Laboratory Department of Entomology in Faisalabad. All the description and collections, mostly female specimens were collected, and male is yet unknown for this genus. This genus Stigmidae, as far as their diagnosis is concerned, they are identified with the help of their chelicerae structure, palp tarsus, and as far as their terminal setae which are present on the palp tarsus. Purpodosomal shield, again an important part. The shape, structure, and placement of these shields are important in the diagnosis of different families and species. Here you can say different setae in a sequence which are present dorsally on the purpodosomal shield, and idiosomal shields are very conspicuous, and there are 13 to 14 pairs are present. Some species of genus Storchia have obvious eyes. Sometimes these eyes are not seenable. However, the shaft of the empodium extends beyond the tip of claw, which is an important sign to identify the diagnosis of this genus Storchia of family Stigmidae. The findings and description about the Storchia panicetumus as a new species, here there are different measurements of holotype specimen, and the averages of 3 specimens were taken into parentheses for their description. Body is long 425 micron meter without gnathosoma. Gnathosoma is actually the mouth parts of mites that are also separately described in this paper with different stylets, chelicerae lengths, and their form and structure. Similarly, pedipalp 5 segmented, and the structures like eupathed and the branched eupathids and palp genu with 1 long seta, also a critical identification for the Storchia species. Here you can see how these different setae are important and what the names are given from VI to E1, F1. All these are the dorsal setae with their different length in micrometers are given. Similarly, these setae length and difference between 2 setae are also important between the species identification. As far as the dorsal side of this mite, that we called as venter, the gnathosoma in this species usually have 1 pair of setae, but there are total 3 pairs of ventral idiosoma, and these 3 pairs of setae are very clear to identify. Secondly, when we identify these such species of mites, the genital and anal part and the arrangement of setae are important. 5 pairs of paragenital setae, among which PG4 and PG5 are serrate, and 3 pairs of anogenital setae, which are within the structure of anal part, or the female vaginal part, are also important for the description and identification of new species. As far as dorsal side, ventral side, the legs, which have six segmented, are also very important for the identification of these species. Leg 1, 2, 3, 4 have different micrometers in length. Ketotaxy, that is called as the arrangement of setae from leg 1 to 4, is also different. That is also an important sign how we can identify this Storchia pennicitimus species with already described species of Storchia sheikhupuraensis and other ones. This new species is closely similar with the Storchia hortus, which was described by Chaudhary, previously known as Apostigmaeus hortius, but can be separated due to certain remarks. Eyes, one pair that is very important and prominent in this new species, but no eye visible and obvious in Agistimus hortus. Similarly, Seta LR is present in this new species, but absent in hortus. Seta SCE on purpodosomal shield absent in this new species while present in hortus. Similarly, gnathosomal setae are different 1 to 3 in these two new species. 5 pairs of paragenital setae in this new species while 3 in hortus. So these are the important differentiations on the basis we can say that this is a new species when we compare it with other Apostigmaeus or Storchia species in past. Here I have given a key of genus Storchia from Punjab, Pakistan. This key is basically from the adult population of all females in which already described species by different scientists from Pakistan and others is given. And these keys are also important for further description of new species. Here you can see how these different mites of genus Storchia looks like dorsally, for example, in case of Sativus, sheikhupuraensis, and pennicitimus. So there is so many differences in the purpodosomal shields, dorsal setae, stylets, fixability, and movable chelicerae, number of short setae which are present on the pulp. These are the significant marks which clearly show that these belongs to different species. Here, I have also given a dendrogram of 9 species of genus Storchia from Pakistan. You can see here the maximum similarity that goes to 67% and minimum 19.57%. These are actually the phenotypic expressions which are grouped on the basis of their morphological characters. And these 9 species are basically derived in 2 different groups with different similarities. And this will help how these species are phylogenetically close and have relationship in past when we talk about their ancestors, their structures, and phenotypic expressions. Finally, we can say that these identification and descriptions of such predatory mites in developing countries like Pakistan is a step forward toward the application of biological control. And this extension in biological control with the description of new species will be helpful in plant protection, food security, and environmental safety in Pakistan. Because currently our government and provincial federal departments are also focusing the vision of 225 for Pakistan, which have 4 pillars: water, energy, food, and security, and all depends on how we can increase our yield by enhancing the biological control agents and by reducing the chemical application in our field. And also it is important to secure the water energy, wind energy, for the sustainability of our agricultural crops. So we hope so that Pakistan will be able to get its goals with the dimensions of the times and ranges according to our available resources. We have a lot of human resource in Pakistan. The basic goal is how to apply this human resource into farm mechanization and adoption of new techniques which are being used in agriculture sector in advanced countries. So we hope so that there will be more positivity and more growth in our agro ecosystem, and that will help to enhance our GDP in Pakistan, inshallah, in next coming years. We are talking about so many advanced technologies, application of biological control, but this picture again have so many questions for our experts, seniors, that how we can resolve our agricultural problems. Integrated pest management is not only one option. You can see that how our poor farmer children, they are applying chemical in the field conditions without any precautionary measures, without any safety. So we have to develop some technologies and sporting environment for our poor farmer health that will be helpful for our ecosystem, environment, and food security of Pakistan. Thank you very much for your attention and time.